warm welcome to all of you into the Sampurnam Holistic Clinic and a Sampurnam Inner Healing Collective. We are a holistic clinic based in Delhi, working to create a balance between modern evidence based medicine and the alternative ancient wisdom. The Inner Healing Collective is a 10-week online journey designed to help you reconnect with yourself and find balance and evoke inner strength. Today, in week 7, we'll be exploring art therapy with Manissha Khanna ji. Manissha Khanna is an art therapist, artist, and a certified pranic healer whose work integrates contemplative, nature based, and mindfulness driven approaches. She contributed to establishing the first master's program in art therapy at MIT School of Fine Arts and Applied Arts, Pune, where she has served as a guest faculty. She has 14 years of experience facilitating expressive arts and art therapy across neurotypical and neurodivergent populations. She has worked extensively with antenatal mothers, individuals with special needs, mental health communities, medical professionals, individuals with substance use disorder, and trauma affected groups. She has presented internationally and was the speaker at American Art Therapy Association 55th conference. She's founder of Divine Energies, a healing and art therapy platform, and she's co-author of a chapter, Ankur, in Willy's Handbook of Art Therapy. So we're so grateful to have you, Manissha ji, with all your experience, and thank you for joining in. And I personally feel that art therapy is one of the simplest yet one of the most profound ways of inner healing. So really looking forward to hearing from you. Over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Mankul, for this beautiful introduction. Thank you so much. And hello, everyone. Good evening. It's evening for all of you there, or someone is from somewhere else, like, where I should greet good morning or something. Okay. Hope you all are doing good. So what I understand, like, art therapy is very new to our country, India, and not many people are aware about what is art therapy. So maybe for a very, I'll just briefly introduce what is art therapy by a presentation, and we'll be indulging more into the art experientials which are used in art therapy, so that you get a feel of it, like how does art therapy work. And maybe this becomes a very potent space for you to also deal with some of the emotion which you have not been, trying to identify deliberately or have been overlooking. So maybe that is also like, you are able to bring it to the surface and express it. So I can start with the presentation now. Is that fine, Dr. Mankul?
Yes, please, Manissha ji.
Okay. So what we are talking about today is about holding emotional spaces through art therapy. So I feel it is a sacred journey from feeling to form. What you feel and to give it a form, it's a sacred journey which you experience with the help of art. So I personally feel that art can be a therapeutic container. Art is meditative and art heals. Now, what is art therapy? According to the American Art Therapy Association, how they define art therapy is that art therapy uses active art making, the creative process, and applied psychological theory within a psychotherapeutic relationship to enrich the lives of individuals, families, and communities. An individual need not be an artist to experience art therapy. Now, there comes the confusion when I conduct sessions. So the first thing comes, I'm not good in art. I just know how to draw a flower or a house. No, you don't have to be an artist. You don't need to know the artwork or the drawings to experience an art therapy session. Art therapy provides a non-judgment space, safe space for individuals to express themselves. Now, in a layman's language, when I used to introduce art therapy, I used to tell them like how you do the vacuum cleaning of the house. There is dirt, and you use the vacuum cleaner to clean the dirt. So it's like the physical cleaning. Now, what about the mental cleaning? When for our bodies, we use a lot of things for our physical cleaning. We use different types of soaps. We use different types of bath gels. But what about the mental cleaning, the cleaning of the mind? So I call art therapy as the vacuum cleaner of the mind. Over the time, we accumulate so many negative thoughts and emotions. Those could be the fear, the phobias, the low self-esteem, emotions of grief, anxiety, etc. In a lot of people, we see the depressive tendencies. Then all of us do face trauma at certain points in our lives, and we accumulate the traumatic stress energy and the pent up negative energy. So, art therapy is a very potent way, is a very creative way of releasing that pent up negative energy. What are the benefits of art therapy? Well, it increases awareness of self and others. It facilitates self expression, emotional release. It enhances cognitive abilities and boosts resilience. It helps build coping mechanism. It strengthens the social skills and empathy. And also, art therapy helps in experiencing the joy of art making as a tool for self care. In a lot of health facilities, I have been introducing art therapy as a tool for self care. And art therapy or art as therapy can be used for healing, self discovery, and self growth. So, a lot of people ask now, what is the difference between art and art therapy? Art therapy, as opposed to just art, directs focus on the process rather than the product. The form of therapeutic intervention is a creative modality. Though both are a form of expression, difference is the focus and intention, the presence of a therapist and the psychotherapy happening while we are making an artwork. Now, if you see on the left side, that is the art where the focus is on the finished product. The tree looks very nice. But on the right side, that is the artwork by one of my client. I will observe the roots, the leaves, the foliage that she has created. Then in the tree trunk, if you see, there is also a mark which we call like, okay, how when this client could have faced an issue. So that is the age which reveals through this artwork, like this client must have faced such and such issue at the age of this. What does an art therapist do? Art therapists are qualified mental health professionals with a master's degree or higher and are trained to use multicultural art practices and psychological theories to help individuals and groups in clinical as well as non-clinical settings. Okay, now coming to the art therapy process. So just a brief explanation about how we use it. For processing, we use the term RAIN. Now, R stands for recognize. So it's like recognize what's going on through the client's artwork. The first artwork itself reveals a lot about what the client is going through. A stands for allow. So it's like it allows for the feelings to come up in a safe way. It could be the feelings of shame, guilt, anger, and the person is given a chance to express it on the paper. I, I stands for investigate. So it's like to help the client to find and understand about what those feelings are and to talk about it. N stands for not identify and nurture. So it's like we encourage the client not to label themselves. We help the client to be kind to their own self because it's okay to make mistakes and learn. Now, these are some of the artworks which are done by few of my clients. When I ask them, okay, how does your frustration look like? How does your grief look like? How does your happiness look like? How does the calmness look like? So I take them through a guided imagery, a visualization part, and then they are asked to create, to express themselves through the creative art materials. This is what it looked like. The first one is the frustration of a client. There are question marks. Second is the grief, what the client had created. Third one is the happiness, like for them, the happiness looks like this. And the fourth one is the calmness, which is a spiral. This is very subjective. So for you, it's just an example. For you, what will appear or what will, come up is something what you relate with. So this was all about my presentation. And now is the practical component which we'll be going through. We'll be creating an art experiential, though I'm hardly able to see anyone. Yeah. So are you ready for the art experiential? Great. So any questions till now? Okay, wonderful. So you have your sketchbook, the or the blank sheets and the art material with you. Okay. So in art therapy, we use all kinds of art materials. That is like the dry medium, the wet medium. Then there are a lot of things what we cover, the structure, the media, which is like which can give a flow essence. So all that is there. So for this art experiential, we'll just do a kind of a opening ritual which prepares you for this. So I request you to sit comfortably. Be very, very comfortable. You want to sit cross-legged, you want to sit on the chair, whatever way, just be comfortable. So we are going to go through a visualization. We are going to go through a visualization, a kind of meditation, and then we'll create the artwork. Yes, also your sheets, your sketchbook, your art materials should be just besides you or in front of you if you're sitting on the chair and the table is right across you.
Manisha ji, you may stop sharing so that way you might be able to see everyone then.
Okay, great. Thank you. Okay. I guess most of you have attended Dr. Vijay's session last time on chakras. Can I see all those who attended? Can you raise your hands? Okay, so he did spoke about chakras beautifully and he gave a lot of information. And if you remember, he also spoke about Manipur chakra, that is the third chakra, solar plexus chakra. Also, since I'm a pranic healer, as pranic healers, we call it the energy balancing generator of the body. Why? Because it is in the middle. There are chakras which are above it, and there are chakras which are below the Manipur chakra. It is quite it is responsible for balancing the energy of the lower and the upper chakras. And the solar plexus chakra is the chakra of emotions, especially the lower emotions. So we shall stimulate this chakra for getting connected to the emotions, since we are going to like reach out to one of the emotion which we aim for today's intervention. So I request you to sit comfortably and close your eyes. Take a deep breath and breathe out. Inhale and exhale. Inhale deeply up to the abdomen and exhale. Inhale the connection and exhale the denial. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and feel the abdomen rise. Exhale and feel the abdomen getting back to normal. Inhale and exhale. Now think of an instance, a time, or an event in life when you experienced an intense emotion. It could be any emotion, positive or negative. Probably it is an unresolved, unfinished, or unspoken emotional experience. You are in a safe space and you are stepping out from any state of denial. You are ready to face any fear or phobia if there. You are ready to witness any grief or frustration if there. You are ready to acknowledge your emotion, be it positive or negative. You are ready to identify and externalize your emotion with the art materials you have besides you. Take about 10 minutes to express this emotion on the paper, letting it rise from your subconscious to the conscious and then onto the paper. So kindly open your eyes and you may start creating the artwork, connecting with that emotion which you have been overlooking, which you have been denying. Another 2 minutes. Can gradually come to a close. I think most of you have already created that emotion, expressed that emotion. Observe this emotion with compassion. It was a natural response at that time, considering the circumstances. You are not judged, and you yourself should not judge your own self. Do you want to put another layer of color, paint, or artwork over this emotion? That layer can arise out of compassion for yourself, out of compassion from others, and out of self care. So, if you want to put a layer on this emotion, you are free to do so. If you think you'll feel better by putting some other colors on this emotion, what you have expressed, or when you want to cover it completely, you are free to do so. And you have another 5 minutes for that. When we express, we connect deeply with our own selves. So it's forming a deeper connection with your own self. When we create, we find our own selves. Another 2 minutes to add a layer if you wish to. You may gently come to a halt. So, how was the experience? Would anyone like to share? Because this is a group space, so I won't ask you to show your artworks. But if anyone wants to share, how was the experience? Could you connect with any of the unresolved emotion? And then putting a layer on it, it's like kind of, if something which we are feeling hurt about, it's about forgiving our own selves and then moving on. So, would anyone like to share how was the experience? After that, we'll move on to the second experiential. It's perfectly okay if you are just in your space and you want to be there. It's perfectly fine.
Yeah, Ruchi,
Yes,
please.
Ruchi. Yeah.
So, Manisha ji, in the first go, so honestly, I'm not sure whether this is rightly done or not from my end. In the first go, when you said that, draw the emotion, instead of the emotion, the incident which has that emotion stored or is triggering that incident, so that started forming up. And I never knew that I can draw like this. It's a very bad drawing, but I never knew that I can, it can come in this formation also. So there came that emotion, and with that emotion, I found some aspiration or some hope also. And from there on, it started developing. And then I tried, then you said that, try and put up another layer to it. So there also, it is the same kind of pattern that is coming up, which is like, it's like an arrow kind of pattern that is coming up. uh, so this is what I could do. I'm not sure if this is rightly done on my behalf or not.
Absolutely right. There is nothing right or wrong. It's about your expression and you have expressed. So there is a certain release which you experienced. Like you use the word hope. So this is you know, what we expect out of this kind of a session where the therapy is hope happening itself via creative modality.
Hmm. Sure. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing, Ruchi. Thank you. So now we'll move on. Oh, yeah. Yes, Antara. Yes, please.
No, I don't know if I have time. Otherwise, we can move
No,
to
no,
the next
of
session.
course, we'll have time.
Okay. So yeah, just like Ruchi, I think it wasn't a particular emotion, but all kinds of mixed up emotions about the incident. But what came through for me was how amazing I was through it all, and in spite of everything being so messy or whatever it was, I had this inner golden ball. So there are pokey parts that I may not have been so pleasant for others around me, and yet there was this inner shining light. So I just felt that while it was a messy time, it showed how I had the inner strength and the thing to cope. So that gave me a different insight into the same event. Yeah, thank you.
Wonderful. So that's something you have discovered, you know. So we actually, our second intervention, our second experiential is also on those lines only. So, which is like, holding the emotional spaces, it justifies the objective or the goal we are aiming towards. Thank you for sharing, Antara. And I would like to share with you, like, whenever you feel like you have some emotion you want to release, it's very easy. Scribbling. You all have heard about scribbling, what even children do in schools. It is so, so powerful. So it is sometimes like when my clients come to the session, the first session is generally I give them scribbling because they have apprehensions about drawing and all. And it's just scribbling on the sheet, and they feel such a powerful release after that. So whenever you feel like, you're feeling low or you're having something you're hurt about, just start scribbling on a sheet of paper. That is also very powerful. So this is one tip I just wanted to give you all because that's very easy. So we move on to our second part. So for this also, I would, okay, before that, I would like to, suggest if any one of you wants to have water or something, just have water, or you want to have just if you want to have water, please have water.
Meanwhile, I'll also share my experience, Manisha ji.
Yeah,
It
please,
was
please,
a,
Dr.
it was a
Mankar.
intense emotion, which I felt while drawing in the first. And I really like the word denial, that, we say so many things when you inhale positivity and you exhale negativity. But this is the first time, I've done this inhale connection and exhale denial. So that was
Yeah,
beautiful. And then, the intense emotion grew, and then drawing compassion, how immediately it was therapeutic as well at the same time. So very beautiful.
thank you. Thank you, Dr. Mankar, for sharing. Are you able to hear the music?
Not really.
No. Okay.
Do you want to try?
I had put it on earlier also, but maybe I don't know, like, it's like usually I use Teams, so I don't know too much about maybe since meeting has started at your end, but it's okay. We can do without music also. So we move on to the next part. This is about exploring the safe space for ourselves. So, are you ready to explore your safe place? Excellent. So, again, I would request you to close your eyes and be with the experience. Take a deep breath and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale peace, love, joy. Exhale all the stress. Inhale the wave of faith. Exhale all the insecurity. Recollect the moments when you were extremely happy. You felt safe and taken care of. These moments could be related to a specific place, things in your life that give you comfort, a feeling of security. This safe place could be anything and related to any aspect of your life. a place, an environment, a thing which lets you be who you are and wish to be. A place which is so soothing. It may be the one that you already know, or it may be the one you can create in your imagination. Visualize and describe that place to yourself. The images that you are seeing with your closed eyes, with your mind, the colors, the sounds, or the silence there, the whole feel of it, even the fragrance. Sense the whole feel of that safety within you. You are harnessing your mind's power to create an inner sense of peace, safety, and relaxation. You can describe that safe place with a phrase or a title you wish to give it. Breathe in and breathe out. Gently open your eyes and express via art materials that safe place on paper. We can take 2 more minutes to draw our safe place, what we visualized. Do you need some more time? Or you're done? Great. It feels so wonderful when I see you on the screen and you put off your video. Your video is on. Like you put off that no video mode and thank you, thank you. See, this is a safe space and you can be here because no one is judging. That this is a space where, we emphasize ethically that, we are able to freely express ourselves. Thank you for putting on your videos. So who would like to share their experience? This artwork, I think you can show because it's a positive artwork. It's something you have discovered your strength, your safe place. If you want to show, you can show. I'll just pin you. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Ruchi. So what have you created, Ruchi?
So when it came to the safe space, the first thing that came to mind was nature. So all the colors of the nature came because when I am surrounded, I think for many of us, when we are surrounded by nature, it's a kind of an eternal strength that you gain out of it. So that's what came to my heart and my mind.
Wonderful. Are you a traveler? You
I
like
like,
to travel?
yeah, I do.
Okay. Yeah, Dr. Bankal, you were also showing your artwork. Thank you for sharing, Ruchi.
I think maybe Antara can go first. She has her hand up.
Oh, yes, Antra. Yes, Antra. Antra, you're on mute.
I lost the screen. It had suddenly gone off. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, it's little blurred, but yes, I can see. I can make out what it is.
Okay. So it's basically I thought of my safe space as my this is a bench I have in the room and I occupy a lot of time on it. Sometimes I'm thinking about things. So there are my two dogs, my cat around me, my cup of tea, my warm blanket. And I also have plants like Ruchi, although there are no plants growing there. But I just thought it was an area where I grow in terms of my thought and my emotions. So I felt, yeah, something which I do so mundanely every day, but it's such a beautiful space that I have. So yes, that's what I drew. Thank you for that.
And you acknowledged, like, after drawing it, after expressing today.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can give a name to that
I've
place now.
just called it just mine.
Yes, mine. Okay. So titles make a huge difference when we give a title. So that is why we suggest you give a title or a phrase to it, so that whenever there is a need, you can, like, I can say, you said what, Jess? What is the
I
title
just
that you,
called it just mine.
just mine? Okay. So that is when you feel the need, okay, I have just mine. I can, be with my just mine. So it creates an identity for that place, and it starts, it gives you a sense of security. So sometimes what I have discovered in my sessions, even for an object, like some of my clients, they like how kids used to have that favorite toy of theirs, with them all the time. So as adults, you some object becomes their favorite safe space or safe place, which they can hug and they can, again, it helps aids in the release of what you're holding on, and it gives you that comfort. So thank you for sharing.
This is what I drew. I mean, I don't know whether it's visible or not, but it's like little yellow stars. Each of them are bonded with each other. So it's like
Right, right.
so it's a family which is, everybody has a good bonding with each other, and
Nice.
they're like little sparks of the divine all together. So that kind of a thing.
Yeah. And your daughter is here to,
Yeah, so
justify it.
yeah, I mean she's there, and that's what she drew.
Oh,
Very
wonderful.
interestingly, she drew herself with Krishna, hugging
Okay.
Krishna.
How
Uh,
beautiful.
I don't know if it's visible.
What's your name? This is our another participant.
Devata.
Hello. Pardon?
Devata.
Devta. Oh, thank you. Thank you for participating. This is really a very powerful expression. Thank you, Devita. So that's your safe space.
Yes.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So anyone else wants to share? Okay. So gradually we moved on from sharing an intense emotion to creating a safe place. This was the flow, and it's perfectly normal, like some of you may have felt during the first experiential. If you felt like some turmoil within you, that is perfectly okay, because that is what we hold on to. Like if you do an experiment, you're holding on, just make a fist, make it more tight and more tight and more tight. It's hurting, your nails are hurting. But when you release, it will be painful, like while releasing, but it's a relief. It's a kind of a relief what you have. So if any of you have felt like the turmoil, that's perfectly fine, because that was a release happening. And then you moved on to the safe place, which is like the comfort zone you can hold on to. So with the power of art today, you realized like you are able to connect with yourself, you're able to release your emotions, you're able to identify what can be your comfort zone, what gives you comfort, and that what you have been holding till now, there is a mechanism to release it also. Not like, you have to really, you have to be open. That's it. You have to be accepting. You have to forgive yourself. You have to have compassion for your own self. That is how we heal our own self. And it's very important. It's important for us, it's important for our families, it's important for the world. Okay. Any questions or anything you want to ask, or about art therapy, or about today's session? So now we'll have like a 5-minute Q&A, if at all you have any questions that you want to ask.
May I?
Yeah, Mitaji. Yes.
So, first of all, thank you. It was a very interesting session and my first with an art therapist. So, it was beautiful.
Thank
I
you.
just wanted to know, like, for example, when we did the first one, some emotions come up and then you work through it
Yeah.
by changing the drawing. So, does one have to work with the situation again and again and again to be able to really let go, or how does it work?
See, yes, it's not again and again, but sometimes if you feel like, the circumstances may not be that cordial, which through which you are going through, and you start feeling the difference in your own personality. You start feeling like, yes, I have a heavy load within me. That is the time you can, have this kind of the session. And preferably, if there is something which needs to be addressed at length, then I would suggest that you be with an art therapist. That is what we saw in the one of the slide, that art therapy is a process. It's not like you create an artwork and it's going to happen. So there was something guided for you today. But in general, like if you feel, yes, there is something which I'm carrying a heavy load, try scribbling. You will definitely feel lighter. But if there is further need, then do approach a therapist.
Thank you.
Okay.
Manisha ji, just to clarify, maybe what Meeta ji wanted to ask was that sometimes we have certain incidents in our life which have
Mhm.
a strong emotional charge,
Right.
and I think many of us have done a lot of work, inner work.
Mhm.
So she's also done a lot of inner work, but still you feel the need to, every time you do something, still it feels like there is more to it. So is that correct, Neetaji? Was that your question? That yeah. So how is your experience with art therapy? Do people keep drawing the same thing over and over again, and every time feel lighter? How is that sense of completeness? How does that come?
Okay. So, Meetaji, it's good to know that you have also, done a lot of inner work. It's in that's uh, these kind of platforms you meet with people from whom you learn even while, like conducting a session. So that is the beauty of it. So, I understood your question now. So basically, do you draw, do you draw and paint otherwise?
Not usually.
Okay. So I suggest you keep a journal with you now that you are into it and you want to explore more. So you keep a journal with you. Whenever you are experiencing any emotion, draw that emotion. It can be in the form of the incident as Ruchi and Andra shared. It can be. Plus, also start writing along with it because that is when we say we want to evolve. So it's a consistent practice we do. And that is where the journals, they help us. Then also, I have I've been doing research on the mandala art therapy recently. I'm going to come up with my publication soon. So mandalas are also a very, very, I mean to say they are very effective modes of expressing oneself and then connecting with your own self and the therapy happening inside that circle. So you can also try that. Welcome.
I just feel like adding here that maybe the if we evaluate the emotion on a scale of 0 to 10, every time we do something, it starts to go down. If it's 8 on 10, it becomes 7, 6, 5, 4. The intensity may go down. And also, probably every time it reveals a different facet to it, to us. And, so yeah.
Absolutely. And I think what I am talking about is more from the past, right? When you something which is old and there and in your mundane day-to-day life you forget about it, but you know it's there. And your body tells you that this part is a little affected by something which you need to look at again and again. So yes, that's what I was talking about. Thank you.
I have a very effective technique of the body scan and art. So that is also like it works wonderfully because I have had clients who were facing trauma, and this technique did help them, deal with the kind of the PTSD what they were facing. Absolutely right. It starts affecting some part of the body.